Hello humans, it is me again, Fuzz, yes. My new controller has finally arrived. In this case it's a bit of a shame since I won't have probably as much time to play, but I will play a bit. What with the new week in motion, I am contemplating whether I should try to go grab the loot now with this small amount of time, or if I should look into the story. I think let's go get some loot. Hopefully, it turns out well. Iron Banner. Vanguard booster. Maybe this time I'll actually do some Iron Banner. Especially with having a new controller. Which feels smooth. Similar to when I opened up the controller, like the package for it anyways. I was a little concerned. It felt a little too smooth. Almost as though it wasn't a completely brand new controller. Like holding it now and just moving around like this, it doesn't feel like a very brand new controller. It feels like a controller that isn't damaged, but doesn't necessarily feel completely brand new. Oh well, it seems to work just fine at least. Yes, indeed. Well, I have an upgrade, so let's take it there. Hello.
Rally up, Guardian. I won't say we got the Shadow Legion on the ropes just yet, but we're making progress. I meant to ask, how you handling all this Queen's Guard stuff? Only thing that's changed for me is that Crow bowed and asked if he should call me Lady Amanda of Holiday. I told him to call me whatever he wants. I'm just glad he's finally recognizing my natural authority. Anyway, I like how things have been shaking out lately. Tearing through magic planes to bust into a Shadow Legion ship uninvited. That's the kind of entrance Cade would have liked. Enough talk. Let's get back out there.
It seems like she's doing her best to not really think much about Crow at this point. Trying not to think too hard about it. And given what she said before, I guess in some ways that makes sense. When you earn a defined encram by completing the bound battlegrounds, earn an additional... I will earn an additional one. Oh, by completing a non-battlegrounds activity. Ooh, that sounds nice. Spending defiant keys at the end of the battlegrounds on legend difficulty will increase the amount of gear granted, which will potentially never happen. I mean, the last bunches of seasons, I've been like ignoring the harder version of their seasonal activities, typically. Just because I look at them like, what, 6 guardians? I have to round up 6 guardians for this? What a pain. It's not an easy endeavor for me. I can almost craft it. Yes. How many do I need for this? 4. I might just get it if I was to just... Oh boy. No. Okay, let's see what I can do about the story. And hopefully I get one of the bows. That's a red frame. I'll do the loot grabbing a different day. Or a different time at least. Oh my. Things are stacking up here. Probably just into the activity? His debriefing at the farm? Okay. That's a little odd. That's the wrong location. Gets a message from Amanda, then head off to the farm to get another message, essentially. I wonder what they're going to speak about, what's going to happen. Because with the way the season's been going, I think, as I mentioned, we've seen the 3 battlegrounds, so I'm wondering how can the story progress much further from this point? What will happen? They've got the whole rest of the, what, 2 to 3-ish months for this season? I guess more like almost 2-ish months now, but... But still, I wonder what else is to come in this season. I mean, the story isn't over yet.
Guardian,
Yeah.
I'm glad I caught you.
Okay.
Mithrax and Amanda are out on patrol and called for a touch of backup. Seems they picked up another distress signal, and the outpost is absolutely crawling with Shadow Legion. I was surprised they called it in. Makes me think the odds are worse than they're letting on. Usually those two can take care of themselves. I'm sending you their signal now. Head over and back them up, won't you?
Okay, so my guess is that it's going to be a mission then this time. The only problem is this is not what I had in mind. Well, it's not really a problem. The idea of handling the story was... I was actually kind of hoping it was going to take me to the battlegrounds, at least from a loot perspective. From an actual... Ooh. Jailbreak mission. Wait, is this the actual one? Distress signal has been detected coming from a secret Shadow Legion prison. Yeah, okay, this is the one. But I guess my concern is that this would be less likely to potentially give me the loot I was hoping for.
Our scanners picked up a distress signal coming from a prison facility in the EDZ. We reckon it's a new bunch of captives. Mithrax and I are fixing to break them out.
I can splice the base security, but we will need a route for escape.
That's where you come in, Guardian.
Clear all opposition, that we may lead the prisoners to safety. And do not engage your sparrow. The signal will alert our enemies.
Everyone solid? Then let's go get our people back.
Rightio. Do not engage.
Guardian, kick down their front door while we slip in the back. Meet you inside.
Mithrax, I must speak with haste. Turn back now. This is not a fight you can win.
Oh.
You cannot share fear with us, Aramis, for the light provides.
Leave these captives and live to see your great machine again. Pursue this quest, and you will die.
Mithrax?
The ship stealer is allied with the voice in the darkness, but she does not speak lies. Perhaps there is something here we do not yet see.
There's always something. I'm not leaving our people behind, no matter what.
That's
I am
ominous.
with you.
We'd best be careful then. Intellect, huh? Okay, just for now. I'll probably end up forgetting to change it for a while. Yo-ho! How are you?
I think I found us an LZ, Guardian. We're going in through the roof.
This was not the plan. I'm in the holiday. Are you certain the ship will fit?
Only one way to find out.
Spider hated when I did things like this. Now, I see why.
And we're in. Next round's on you, Mithrax.
Security terminal.
Deal with those armored units and we'll meet you on the other side.
Bloody missiles. My. Eh? And how exactly did you know I was coming around the other side? Wowzers. What a punk. Okay then. Wanna play like that, huh? Tough vehicle. Shoot, this is not looking good at all. That's the end of your tank. Far more reasonable than your other flying vehicle. Excuse me, Bungie, but why did he explode? Poke. Okay. They just all explode, I guess. And are weak. Oh, but not weak enough for that. Crap. I'm just trying to get a good shot off on this stupid... Quit buzzing around like irritating bee. Okay, that did not do very much damage. Change of plans. And quick. You there. Time to die. It's taking this pretty well too, up to a point, but not well enough. Excuse me? Who just... oh dear. Oh, I thought I got pecked from the side. I'm missing. What? Why? There we go. Much better. Wood. 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 Yeah, see, look. It almost killed that guy. And it's like, oh, and then it didn't. It twice didn't do the proper damage. Well, that was doing a lot of damage. The right spot of it. I cannot see. Oh dear. Whee! Oh, wow. I'm actually a bit surprised that worked. This strand looked powerful enough to bust that open so easily. They gave me a vehicle. How convenient. Yes. Oh, it's a very short-lived burst.
I'm in the surveillance room above.
This is different.
I'm splicing the security network now. I will soon locate the captives.
Why is Aramis after these captives? What is she warning against? Does Aramis have the captives? This place is different.
Hot damn, Guardian. You got a big dog incoming. Hold them off while Midrax works.
Teleport. What? Is that him up there? No. Maybe? Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Pop goes his arm, and his arms are taking a lot. Oh, that guy's dead already. Taken. A blight as well.
Oh boy. Taking energy readings are spiking. Looks like you ain't done yet.
This is a tactic of desperation. You near victory, Guardian.
Is it? Oh, I hear him. Yahoo! How are you doing? Ow. That's not very nice. Boy. Oh dear. Hi there. Uh-oh. I just heard a wizard. Well, it sounded like one anyway. It's the end of you. Whoa. Yeah. Up there.
Ooh, glad we called you in for this one. We'd have been goners without you.
I have located the prisoners. We are nearly ready for extraction.
Nearly.
Gotcha. As soon as the Guardian secures the hatch, we'll get everyone the hell out of here.
Yeah, just waiting for my grapple. Actually, how the heck do I get up there? This place actually does look a little bit familiar. I'm supposed to go up around, okay. Wasn't supposed to grapple up there. I remember this from the Red War, just faintly, but it was very... I didn't recognize it initially entirely. Okay. Oh, a cutscene. Well, things are about to get interesting. In
I'm
person.
here. In position.
Oh dear.
I have located the prisoners.
Please don't die. That would be really sad.
Come with me. Quickly.
Wait, why did they look almost scared of him? They at least recognize him?
It's gone into lockdown.
Is that his incineration room?
I'm on it. Come on.
Go. Now.
Okay. Success, he's out. But now Amanda's in danger. I'm assuming.
The hatch leads outside. We are safe.
He's fine for now.
That's all that matters.
What?
I warned you.
Where's Amanda?
Amanda, come in. Amanda. Are you there?
Oh, that's a shame. didn't expect that. Oh, wait a minute. Something has just occurred to me. Huh, I wonder if they're going to do that. This gives rise to an opportunity. Oh shoot, I gotta use the bathroom. Well, fortunately I'm in orbit, so I'll just pause. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So, I was saying that this gives rise to an opportunity, but then as I walked away to go use the bathroom, I was thinking to myself, well shoot, actually the Traveler, they say the Traveler's dead, so is there an opportunity? But then I started thinking, the ghosts, there are likely ghosts still running around in circulation, so to speak. So, what if there's an opportunity here? Of course, it's hard to say because you don't really get to choose who gets brought back. But the ghosts kind of do. It sounds like under the right conditions you potentially could force it. But you'd probably have to be in a position like how Spider was at one point. And even then it's questionable how potent a position that is. A burial.
Devotion. Bravery. Sacrifice.
All of our awoken.
Devotion.
Interesting.
Bravery. Sacrifice.
Guardian, Zavala grieves, and Mizrax is recovering in the infirmary. How do you want to proceed?
We have to regroup. Bury Amanda. And put her killers in the ground.
They'll be expecting you.
Naturally.
Good.
Think with your head, not your heart. Grief is poor counsel.
And yours is better? Make arrangements for Amanda. The Guardian and I will handle it from here.
If that's your wish.
It is. I know you want it too. Vengeance. You'll be the first to know when it's time.
I see. This is an odd scenario. You are probably the most odd person to have to hear that from, but yes, it is not entirely unexpected. If anyone was going to feel this way, it should be expected that you would feel this way. It's just, rightio. I wonder. Finds her killers. Just for after we finish killing them, she gets brought back. It's like, oh great, what'd they die for, really? That being said, when you're brought back, you don't exactly remember, so in a sense, it would still be somewhat justified. How sad. With the kind of power Mara has, I wonder if she could technically run around and fight enemies herself too. And if she did, I wonder how dangerous it would actually be for her. She may not be able to just come back to life, but I get the feeling initially she might be just stronger, I guess, as an individual force. With straight combat, I guess, than I potentially would be in the game. Tough times.
I have lived for centuries upon centuries, Guardian. Though death has not lost its sting, it is a ritual whose movements are familiar to me. It has become easier to bear.
Naturally.
But seeing loss twist the faces of those around me, Zavala, my brother, That is not.
Ah, yes.
Amanda's absence will be felt deeply by those of us who knew her. Despair will be at our side where a friend once stood.
Exactly.
So while it does not lighten the burden, let us hold this pain together. And when you lift your eyes, may you look only upon kind faces. I need to focus on the Queen's Guard now. When the time comes to strike back, we must all be strong. As strong as Amanda Holiday.
I think the notion is agreed. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm a little concerned as to what this will be. But I suppose we shall find out. I get the feeling it's not going to involve crows so much, but it might.
I have known
Exactly.
grief and loss. But Amanda did not have to die. If I had listened to Eramis's warning,
Far more would have died. Amanda knew this, as did you. You were not her protector.
I know that this is true. But this loss, it is my failure.
No, Ms. Raxkel.
Oh.
You dishonor Holiday's memory.
No, I mean no dishonor. She sacrificed herself so that I could live. It is a great guilt.
Her death was no sacrifice. Holiday died for her own convictions, not ours.
Amanda could not be counseled otherwise, nor would she have been. This was her choice, and we must remember it with respect.
Her death brings an emptiness. Commanders of Allah, the Crow, they feel her loss greatly.
Naturally.
Holiday did not die for your grief.
The Empress is indelicate. That is her grief. And this is mine. As leaders, we feel loss too often. I will not tell you not to mourn. Bear your sorrow, Mizrax. But set aside your guilt. Let her memory inspire. Let her conviction light our way.
Well said, Queen of the Awoken. Cabal carve our tusks with our victories, and they are recounted at our funeral rites. Holiday's victories will be remembered always.
That was a very interesting conversation. Not quite what I expected. I was concerned it would be between Devrin and Mizrax, though I was not sure what the nature of it would be, which was where my concern lied. Though Devrin seems like a rather, how do I put it, level-headed fellow. So I get the feeling he wouldn't be going and being unreasonable. That was interesting. 3 different leaders. That's not what I expected at all. Oh. Is that the end of the story for this week? Yes, it looks like it. I still have a bit of time. Well, jumping in to go grab the loot now might not be a good idea, though. Ooh. Oh. Oh. This is the Arc shell. It has a very interesting look to it. Part of its design I like. Yes. What the heck is that, though? No, I was trying to take a look at it. odd. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Very odd, though. Yes, very odd indeed. Hmm. This. Is this part of that set? Well, it's not this. Oh, it is. Well, the cape has actually kind of a nice look to it. The hood is okay. Hmm. Interesting. So the rest of the story will follow us continuing our endeavors as well as the side of revenge. I wonder if Amanda will end up being brought back. And if such a notion is carried out, I wonder if it will be in this season or much later. How does that exactly work with her being buried? As Crow mentioned about her burial. Also, if my understanding is correct, is this not how the dead are set in the Dreaming City? Then again, I think the Vanguard may have done something like this for not for Crow, for Cade as well. So much for a peaceful place. Wonder why they allowed this. So I have another upgrade. Is that the last upgrade? Surely not. Need to wait, weekly bounties. No, complete bounties from this vendor. Okay, so the extra ones do have their purpose. If I went to jump to go get the loot now, I think it would take too long. I wonder how far I can overcharge or overload the perk or the weapons ammo supply. No, it's not the last one. There's one more, which is from one of the previous weeks, I think. Or it's from this week. Crap, I'm not sure. Well, neither of these are going to be much useful for me. I guess I'll get this. No. No, I'll get this one. It doesn't really matter very much, but there we go. I still have only one, and I would need 4 to focus it. 2 from activities that aren't. Interesting. Glaives, grenade launchers, fusion rifles. How long's the video been? Almost an hour. Let's see about getting the loot. I finished the story. I didn't really get much direct rewards. Let's go get the loot. That's very sad, though. Amanda's death. Well, it's certainly something that I didn't expect to happen in the story. The idea of Amanda becoming a guardian was something I'd considered before. But then, naturally, that would mean that she would have to die. But I didn't think they were just gonna have her die. Suddenly. Why did it have to be an adaptive frame? The last sword we got that looked in this exact style was a vortex frame instead. Much nicer than an adaptive frame. Considering its heavy swing was just flat out stronger from my understanding. Like more effective at getting the job done. And could hit all around you too, while this one, not quite. Though it can have an odd damaging aura in front of it when you use its heavy swing. Oh. How odd indeed. Oh crap, this will actually get in the way. Hello, brother. Hi. Story. Did you see it?
I haven't really done this week's story.
Oh my, this week's story. Oh my, indeed. I'll just get moving then.
Guardians, I am not your vanguard and I give no orders, only a warning. The pyramid ahead is not like those you've previously encountered. This one was not left for you to find.
Bungie, why did that happen? How comes my second grapple just melee her regularly?
Unknown in power.
Why?
It seeks domination of the throne world. Your presence within will be most
Welcome,
yes.
children of light. Drown in the deep, or rise from it.
The aim assist. Its irritation never gets old. It's just sickening. Or maybe that's it. Maybe it actually did get old. But it's kind of weird. I guess it's bad one way or another, old or new. It was new to me when coming to Destiny. Not a physic for shooters that I was very familiar with. Whee! Uh-oh. Dang it. Why does the dodge in the Strand Super cost something? Surely Bungie wouldn't do something that stupid without some kind of a purpose. It costing something insinuates that it has some kind of benefit to it. But what? It doesn't drop anything. So really, what's the purpose of it? It's not like there's some kind of a benefit you get. Yahoo! Says who? Why is she? I kind of do, but it's gonna be kind of weird if I have that and then proceed to go to sleep.
Well, the choice is yours.
I will. Did
5:15.
today?
6 something, yeah.
5:50.
PM, I believe it would be honest. Wouldn't be 8.
Can you let Dad know that I'll be asleep by that point?
Well, watch those people should know that, but I can remind you.
Essentially, all I would like you to tell him is that, or remind him that is, yes, I will be asleep at that time. So I appreciate it if he's there with them when they come into my room. Naturally, I don't exactly want anything stolen from me. I swear, what Bungie did with this knife, with this dart, it's like it was meant to be like an odd kick in the face. So there's that, and then there's the dodge. The Titan has something too. Does the Warlock have anything? Aside from how the way their super gets casted being kind of odd in some ways. just a little bit. And how you basically need to have a fragment on you, unless you just want your super to kind of suck halfway. It seems like the Hunter's one's the most... not the Hunter's one, the Warlock's one is the least weirdly designed. Their super's an expense super. The Titan Super's issue is purely in a sense of how you choose to wield yourself or the scenario. I guess, more like. Yes, it's almost less about directly how you choose to wield yourself and more about the scenario, it feels. Because when trying to use its melee rapidly, you might just fling yourself off an edge if there's like lots of edges nearby. And that's horribly risky. I just got something useless. Aside from how I could dismantle it, I guess. But is that really useful? Really? I'd say it's like maybe useful, if even. To Deep Stone Crypt. Unfortunately, from what was discovered when we went to the raid, aside from how we'll need to be returning there, seeing as how we didn't win all the way, the bonus chests, they are not before the first encounter. None of them are. This raid and Deepstone Crypt are much nicer. As you can see, Bungie. Yes. What I'm doing right now makes them way nicer. Though, admittedly, the new raid is pretty cool. It's as though my mom understood what I told her about my schedule, but then proceeded to, I guess, forget about the important aspects of it.
And a prison for something sinister.
Yes, I'm awake till 12, roughly. Sometimes a little later, but not typically.
Their success means
Or try not to be more like.
Wildest dreams. They must be stopped.
But if I'm up to that point, then eating a meal at that point would kind of backfire on me, wouldn't it? I guess one can eat something and then go to sleep immediately, but isn't that kind of weird? That's why I wake up with breath smelling like whatever it is you ate. Which I guess if you eat something that smells really nice, that might actually work in your favor. But you would need to brush your teeth. Then eating something and then brushing your teeth immediately after, wouldn't that also be kind of odd? I mean, you don't just go to sleep without brushing your teeth. It's not good to, from what I can tell, anyways, from a human body perspective. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how many beasts have an equivalent to brushing their teeth. Though cleaning their teeth in general, there are some, I think, that have ways about it. Well, that looked very amusing. Boy, that looked like it missed you. I think it's too much to ask for this melee ability to be able to get precision hits with the way it goes about what it does. The way it handles enemies is not bad, except for how weak it is. It doesn't unravel them, which just adds to the scale of how it is not all that strong. Uniquely, against all the other melee abilities in comparison, it can hit a lot of enemies. But because it can't kill them very easily, And the gimmick, the special gimmick with this melee ability, doesn't actually give the melee ability back, it just almost does, forcing you to wait a little bit. As if you want to wait a little bit. As if you have time to wait a little bit. Perhaps they figured that with that melee, it was justified having a melee ability that's so weak. But it's not like this melee ability half works like a grenade. This melee ability acts like a really, really weird debuff tool. This doesn't work with this, does it? It appears not. That would have been amazing. Well, it says 2 knives. I guess this thing I'm throwing isn't really a knife. Thread spike. Throw a rope dart that bounces between targets, damaging them and severing them. The dart will return to you once it's done, returning melee energy to you. For each target it hit, press that at just as the dart gets back to you to catch it, and increase the amount of energy returned. If this was what the Warlock's melee ability was, like in effect, this would be great, because you could just wear the necrotic grips, and then fling it out, and it just afflict everyone with this poison. The Hunter ain't got nothing like that. They've got this, and after it got nerfed, it's like really, really meh in some ways. I keep it because it can work with the glaives, which it's the only thing the Hunter has that does that. Or with their melee, I mean. My younger brother, I want to say almost gave in, but maybe that's not a good way to phrase it. Makes it sound, I guess, bad up to a point. But essentially, yeah, he swapped his dodge. No longer using the gambler's dodge because this gives you back energy. That makes this almost feel pointless. But I've chosen to keep this gambler's dodge for now. I kind of wanted to see something. If I put everything to strength, well, how much is it right now? Melee ability, 1 minute still, roughly. Bah, how annoying. Okay. I need to find a sizable amount of enemies. Not enough. But if I wait for just a bit. Don't think hitting enemies recharges any melee energy or anything like that. It could have been faster. I mean, have you really got that long to that much time to survive? No, they're gonna kill me if I just sit there. Stop it! Dang it. Takes too bloody long to enter that super, it seems. And this doesn't work in the super for some reason. What else works when you dodge? This? this, which would be pointless in this case, aside from how I'd make you move faster. And this, which I think also would be making you move faster. This too, and this. But this didn't work, and this would be pointless. This probably wouldn't work very well. Speed modifications are odd when you're in your super, I find. Prospectively, say like the Arc Strider. When you're amplified, I don't think you move any faster, which I'd say is a major flaw. So then, just this is the only thing to be tested with that. Except my super got wasted because that punk was very rude. Where the heck am I? Oh, okay. This way. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay. Wait, Munchie. Why did that not unravel? Why was there no meaning, Bungie? No proper meaning, Bungie. Why, Bungie? Why would you give me an ability that lets me torture enemies like this? Okay, I don't disapprove of it, really, but it is a little bit funny, that is to say for sure. Would not have expected that at all, considering stasis also lets us well, in a sense, suspend targets, just not in the same way. Yahoo! I'm going to super! Owie. Why would you do this to me? Oh. Oh, great. Ugh. Nope. Nothing. Just costing my super energy. Please enlighten me, Bungie. What is the purpose of there being that dodge and that super just for it to cost you super energy? Maybe I'm not well enough informed. Perhaps the Arc Strider also costs energy to do that now, which would be a colossal flop on Bungie's part, because now, well, at that point, it would almost be like there's no purpose of doing the dodge. It's like, great, it costs your energy, your super won't last as long. In some ways it makes sense, but in some ways it does not, because naturally it would take more energy to do something like that. However... Oh no. No, Bungie! Well, off to my other characters. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Is there any other... I wonder if you use the radiant dodge machines. If it doesn't cost you energy. Does this work? Is that what it's for? Bungie? What's the purpose of this? Okay, I'm going to my other classes now. Wheel. Flippin' ridiculous. Seriously though. I mean, I don't see a purpose in it costing anything for one when not the other. They already gave us one that doesn't have a cost for it. So why make this one have a cost? It doesn't even have aspects that make the dodge useful. You're better off walking. Or just using the heavy swing, because at least you'll get something out of it aside from just moving and using energy. This is definitely not the kind of weapon I'd probably want to use in this kind of a scenario. I'd probably only want to use this... Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to be using solar to do this? When you're critically wounded with full class ability energy, when you hit, you create a sunspot. Do I need to... If I don't... Then I will. Look, I guess I'll find out.
I am not your vanguard and I give no orders.
This is so not going to work, is it?
The pyramid ahead is not like those you've previously encountered. This one was not left for you to find. You were not guided to it, not beckoned. This domain belongs to a dark entity, unknown in power.
Bungie? There's lightning. Bungie.
Your presence within will be most
Welcome, children.
Fix it, Bungie. Make it say what it does instead of actually just leaving people to be like, maybe there's something cool here. Oh, there's not? Oh, what a shame. What a shame indeed. I should probably put this away already. I mean, with how useless Bungie's tried to make it, you know? It's just kind of... I mean, what else am I supposed to think? Might as well keep that equipped. And can I put the other thing for my Titan? Notified, blinding. No blinding. No blinding, no jolting. But then for some reason blinding on this. Strafe lift, just like what I like. This one's still iffy, but I'll keep it because I'm intrigued to see if I can find any hidden potential. That's part of the reason why I use things like that at times. Plus, I'd prefer to use the unique things instead of just leaving them to the wind. Huh. This makes sense for my Titan to have. He can't jolt them aside from his grenade, which is... I wanted to give him this, but I'm starting to think it makes sense to not. I guess I'll just have to leave the grenade, his jolting to his grenade. It's that simple, I guess. Oh well, at least he can do that at all. Why is this the only legendary you're carrying? Pathetic sniper. And as I was mentioning before, there's almost no reason for me to wield this with my Titan unless I can activate restoration, because this weapon's a suicide gun. Its effects don't work. Heatsink, I think heatsink does work, but the heat of the moment from last times I tested it, this is useless. It does not actually work at all. Let's see, what was this? Heatsink is reduced when you're not aiming down sights. I think that works. Increases damage but burns the user, and that very clearly works. Yeah. They should make this scorch targets. Like when that triggers. That would suddenly make the you burning feel a lot more worth it. Guess this just feels odd because I have no decent special weapons. Not special weapons, like energy weapons that aren't exotics. No, the knights had shown up again, I guess? Or maybe they weren't dead? I'm pretty sure I killed some of them. Yeah, I killed them both, I think. Weapon I feel like I haven't used enough in some ways, but it's more like it's just that there's limits to how much I've used of it at a certain point. I've used it plenty before. I mean, I had to clear its catalyst at some point, which was not difficult really with the way this weapon is. But afterwards, I think for the majority of its time, or my time playing Destiny, it was in the vault, probably. Oh dear. Interesting, when you get hit while Woven Mail is triggered, it makes an odd sound. Whee! They gave us Stasis Titan, which theoretically should have been a kind of slow super, and they ended up being like initially pretty bloody fast. It's still, if you use it right, it can be very fast in some ways. And then they gave us Strand Super, which I don't really know what to make of it until you see it, and then, oh boy, with these melees, it's like kind of ridiculously fast. Only thing it's missing is being able to do this in the super. And then nothing there yet. I doubt they intend to give us more supers for any of the darkness subclasses, but if they do, that'll be very cool. Well, shoot. I've actually got to still do something on my Titan, so I'll just head back into my Titan and head to Europa. To Europa! My Titan needs some new armor. Another one of these, huh? What a flippin' shame.
Aramis found it.
Did she
the
now?
deep stone crypt,
Oh,
the birthplace of the Exo,
my.
and a prison for something sinister.
Really?
Her followers intend to make use of it,
Okay
to
then.
unleash a chaos they do not
The
understand.
punks.
Their success means untamed power beyond their wildest dreams. They must be stopped.
Naturally. Eh. So you know I've been really something if it turned these grenades into tangles instead. They still have the cooldown, unfortunately. What the heck? There's a lot more of them just suddenly. Whee! Pow. Oh dear. Oh dear, no. Oh. That's a shame. Lots of pain. Ow. Bungee. That took a lot more swings than I expected. Though those enemies are kind of weird when with how they take melee damage. Another trustee, except untrustably not the way I wanted it to be. Not a bad roll, if you ask me, though. Indeed. Goodbye. Okay, to my warlock. Crap, this has taken a lot longer than I intended on the loot grab being, or I was hoping it would be quicker, but I stopped and pondered about things so naturally. Suppose it's not that unreasonable. It's just a bit unfortunate is all. Yes. Can I make my helmet look like that? No. No, I cannot. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, quite unfortunate indeed. Lots of threat things.
I am not your vanguard and I give no orders, only a warning. The pyramid ahead is not like those you've previously encountered. This one was not left for you to find. You were not guided to it, not beckoned. This domain belongs to a dark entity, unknown in power. It seeks domination of the throne world. Your presence within will be most
Welcome, children of light. Drown in the deep, or rise from it.
Incinerary grenade. Oh, that's just still unequipped. Icarus Dash. I guess it's a good thing I chose to look into this then. Radiant. Radiant, huh? Does Bungie value range that much? This one's better than this in every way except for that. That is like the only thing about it that's missing from my understanding. You might not be able to melee someone at point blank range if you have this. Or as in, more accurately, I guess, you might just melee them. You might not use your melee ability. I suppose there's that. Incinerary grenade, but is it worth it? Fusion grenade. Didn't seem worth it to me, but there are setups that I can make use of it with. And there's a swarm grenade which has a close cooldown time to it. This one's longer. It's always back to this. It's either this or this. With how short its cooldown is, I'm once again reconsidering it quite heavily. Because I think it inflicts enough scorch to be able to ignite them. Why have I got a sidearm equipped there? It's either a sidearm or something else that's odd, it looks like. that is so annoying. $33,000. I'll have to remember that for next week when I come here. Then I'll unequip the thing that's making them do more damage. Because for all I know, maybe it doesn't apply to the super. If it doesn't apply to the super, well, the rest of the Warlock's abilities and even this exotic still pertain to it, so I'll keep using it. I'm a little curious though, because maybe it doesn't do anything to the super. I'm assuming it does though, especially how the super doesn't specify them to be anything different. They're just thread things, not a different type of threadlings or anything. They're just threadlings apparently, but they are stronger, quite a bit stronger than regular threadlings, and they might even be larger initially. I think once you absorb them, they're back to normal, but or if you absorb them, I guess. Off to Deepstone Crypt. Not bad of a combination. Except Grave Robber doesn't trigger the origin trait, which is a bad design logic. Wait a minute. Will this work? It's your kinetic weapon. It should work. It would be nice if it caused the... Wait a minute. What's this effect faded out like that? Prospectively, if the exotics perk has having an issue right now, why is it even let me equip it?
The deep stone crypt.
Void.
The birthplace of the Exo.
No, it's still faded.
For something sinister.
Maybe it's just having an issue? I think it was faded once before.
Unleash a chaos they do not understand. Their success means untamed power beyond their wildest dreams. They must be stopped.
Some of those ambient noises reminds me of a different game I played. Hyperlight Drifter, which I'm considering playing again on its harder difficulty. Ah, so it did work. Nice. Thus, for when I'll go and play it again, I am not sure. 100%ing it on a difficulty. Well, nearly 100% again, I guess. There's still some things I didn't get on my original playthrough, and I don't expect that I'll get them on the second playthrough either, given how difficult they'd probably be to find. Yep. So this works, that's nice. What does this require? Just while you're in a rift? Pauses the rift and extends the cooldown. Further kills maintain the extended pause. Anything else? Nope. There's this, but it has to be of the same energy type, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's a nope. There's this. I wonder how flexible it is with Strand. I don't see anything else to be tried with it. Because this would only work... Well, it would make them overload, I think, regardless of... Empowering Rift, granting you Devour. Damage dealt by you and your allies will disrupt combatants, yes. So it will deal with overload. That's weird. Why does it say it like that? Well, it should be fine, but... Oh well. Ow. Ow. Ow! Bungie? What the heck? It shot and cut my vehicle in half. Almost in half. I mean, when driving, and if someone says they cut me off, that's not what I expected. Whee. It's not supposed to be literal. Well, in a sense it kind of is, but kind of not. What was that? The pulse wasn't exactly easy to see. Whee. Am I keeping this helmet? Like, it's something I kept with my Warlock, but I never really made much use of it. And this is kind of useless by myself. I'm trying to recall what purpose it has when I'm by myself. I feel like it isn't useless when I'm by myself. I just can't remember. Why is it giving me so much recovery versus everything else? Like, that's a lot. Whee! Ow. Like, one of them came to me, but it, like, did nothing. I feel like this exotic has issues that Bungie is not aware of. And I am only so aware of myself of what they would be. Because I am unsure. Who stopped shooting me? Whee! Oh. Mm. Ridiculous. Uh-oh. Why does this keep happening to my warlock? There we go. You've got to be kidding me. Of course, this Dark Council guy. What a punk. Uh-oh. Why'd my guard stop? What happened to this thing having infinite guard? Oh, it has it, but something, somehow, made it stop. how long you can maintain it. Perhaps it still drains if it gets hit? Why'd it cancel, Bungie? What is wrong with your system? Why would the abilities just fail me like that? I suppose it's a good sign when the number one beef with something is something that I guess should be fixed and probably will be attempted to be fixed. I mean, I think even they would not really approve of it falling through like that. Of course, unless they don't care at all about the game. Or just don't care about Strand, but then why'd they even release it? You. His friend. Oh, there's two of them. Of course there's two of them. You there. Where's your cousin? Who's next? Oh boy. Time to die. Please give me a red frame sniper. Dang it. Went and gathered the loot. But it didn't have anything good. Oh well, what can be done about it? That's not good. The only thing that would allow the world to create a to suspend targets would have to be the grenade or this. Threadlings, threadlings, threadlings. Sever, which they also cannot do. Though they don't really need to be able to sever enemies. That's just a useful thing. That is true. So I'd probably give them this, not this. I don't want to give them a different grenade. Or more like I really don't want to give them this, because this one's just kind of bland. But it's the only way to get them to suspend targets. Like I said, they don't really need to be able to sever the enemies. Though if I gave them this, I'd feel inclined to give the Titan this. This is too unique to let go of. In which case, for this, I'm definitely giving them this. But I guess they're just not going to be able to suspend targets. For my warlock, which I don't like that. That troubles me greatly. But if I was to make them be able to suspend targets, then they're going to be just not as interesting. They'll have this, and I guess that would be it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that would be just odd. I feel like I only had this to test stuff with it. In the end, I deemed it not to be good enough. And for the Solar Warlock, if I do end up deciding to go with this again... Easier to control the way I do my ignitions. And its cooldown is faster. Cooler, that's about it. Effect-wise, it feels like it's not as good. But it can be used as a trap. I guess that's what's missing from the suspend grenade. Wherever it lands, it should sit as like a weird kind of trap. That would suddenly make it seem a bit more worth it. Like some kind of an odd snare trap. Once it lands, it transforms into something else. This has merit for my Titan. Yeah, not sure. But oh well. I'm gonna end it here. Still not sure exactly how I want to make use of my strand with certain of the classes, but I'll figure it out at some point. But as usual, it's been me, Fuzz, and you'll see me again next time. Bye for now. Hopefully I'll be able to fall asleep. Just heard my mom yelling. It's gonna be kind of annoying if she keeps that up. Oh well. Bye for now.